take on the world.
All right, guys, we're back at it again. February 25th, 2026, downtown St. Joseph, Michigan. Third Eye Truth Theorem Podcast, episode 157 or 56? 57. Yeah, 157.
Oh, no, I lose count.
You lose count?
I lose count.
I'm keeping count.
I'm glad you do.
I'm keeping count.
Thank God you do.
Guys, I am James Gill, your host. This is Joe Hill, the co-host.
I'm still here.
Still in Lent, sobriety, drinking free. Is Dr. Pepper's handy?
Yeah, that's handy, all right.
You sound crappy as hell.
Get some sugar in your
This is
system.
my wine days.
Yeah.
This is when I drink wine for fun.
Oh, man. All right. Guys, we have a special guest on tonight. She fitness instructor, right? Or should I, if you want to say, because I'm not sure exactly.
Sure. I actually own multiple businesses, so could go through. I'm a personal trainer, certified nutritionist, menopause coach, professional photographer.
So much I could say right
Yes, so
I
much.
know. There, I told you I was going to get hot in here.
All right, guys. She is none other than Catie Browm-Busch. Welcome to the show. Did I get it right this time, Joe? There you go. I got the, even got the
he's
sound
the buttons.
effect.
Yes,
Yeah,
you did the
look at
buttons
that.
right. Yes.
Sometimes I mess up.
I thought you were talking about the name. I think
I got that right too. Yeah.
These are the names you
Did get it
probably
right.
could pronounce.
Yeah.
You just have to remember like the color, like
Yes.
the beer.
Oh, there you go. See, this is the easy way to think about it. Welcome to the show.
I never thought about it like that. That's kind of cool.
Everybody always wants to spell it like a bush,
Yeah.
like out front. So I always have to tell them like the
Like
color,
beer.
like the beer.
Yeah, Bush beer.
Well, okay.
He just got thirsty.
Yeah, actually.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, actually, when I was redoing this, I'm like, oh, wow, look at all this alcohol that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't touch any of it. Thank God.
It's
can
all
do it.
warm. You don't want it.
Oh, looks good now.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Actually, so how we start the show off, I always like to ask these questions. Where'd you come from? Where were you born? What high school did you go to? What was the mascot?
Oh, okay.
That's the beginning.
Yes.
Going way back.
Well,
Too far back.
what are you 80?
Oh, well,
No.
over halfway. So I actually was born in Sacramento, on an Air Force base that doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, really?
So they
Wow.
on my birth certificate, it like doesn't even
It doesn't
exist
The
anymore.
birthplace doesn't exist
Yeah.
anymore. Wow.
Like
Does
the
it-
Air Force base is gone. I
Wait,
haven't
wait a
been
minute.
back to look at it.
the
But
whole Air Force base is gone.
yeah, like
I mean,
they
there's no-
decommissioned it. I'm sure there's like,
Still
listen,
is.
it's still contaminated. It is still contaminated, and they don't have anything else there.
What do you
Sure.
mean?
Oh, all
Did the
military.
plague hit?
All military bases are contaminated.
Oh, that's good to know.
Did not know
Why
that.
do you
Did not
think?
know that
Why do you
either.
think we all get the letters of? Did you live in Camp Lejeune? You could sign up for this lawsuit.
Oh,
really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see those commercials on TV? I have.
No, I
Listen,
haven't
if
seen
you've
that.
ever have lived on base, you know.
Yeah.
I've seen those commercials. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why they're all. I mean, there's a lot going on there,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. That makes more sense.
That's not where they put the money when they give money to the military. It's not in base housing.
Yeah. I've heard that.
Comes out.
I've heard that. I've heard a lot about that. So keep going. So you were
So
there.
I
Military
was
brat?
born there. I was my biological dad was in the Air Force.
Yeah.
And then my grandparents lived in Saginaw, Michigan, and in Midland, so on the other side of the state.
Been there.
And my mom and I ended up moving back and living in Midland. And then she got remarried. I got a sister.
Well, you got something out of it.
And then grew. Yeah. Certain days, right? Siblings.
You got something out of it.
But grew up in Midland for the rest of my life and graduated from Dow High School. And like in Midland, Dow is like Whirlpool.
Yeah.
Right. They've got their name on
Yeah.
everything. And we were the Chargers, but our mascot was a doughboy, like the Pillsbury doughboy.
Really?
Yeah. So our mascot should be this like cool charger, right? Kind of like a Lancer.
Yeah.
But nope, it was a Doughboy in like the chef's hat and everything, like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
What's going through your mind, Joe? I want to know right now.
I'm never
drawing a blank right now.
Yeah, no, I'm picturing this, but in my eyes, that's a cool mascot. But I have to say this because I'm not PC.
Not for the name.
No, not for the name, but I'm not PC, so that's pretty fucked up.
Well, we were never called the Doughboys. We were always the Chargers, but our mascot, like the costume, was always a
chef.
No, like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Actually,
like tickle his tummy. Exactly. So imagine him like running down the sideline during a football game.
Dude, I really want to. I would love to. I'm gonna look that up.
I mean, so our like rival team was the Chemics, so they weren't very cool either.
What?
Chemics.
What the hell is a chemic?
Well, Dow Chemical was there. So they're
a mad
like,
scientist.
It wasn't even that. They were like an
like
atom.
A beaker or something.
They were like an atom. That was their.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's a little bit more.
So we were.
That's actually pretty cool though.
That's kind of neat.
The atom type of.
I mean,
but how would they have a mascot?
They didn't.
No, they just had probably someone dressed up as one of those little atoms, but he's in the middle of
Probably
it.
not.
Listen, it was chaos. We were the Chargers, but had a Doughboy. They were Chemics, didn't even have a mascot. It was just a hot mess.
That is the first story that I've. And
that is different.
I'm glad I asked that question now.
We're like 5 minutes in and you're speechless.
That is, I'm not speechless. I'm just like, I'm picturing in my head.
I was drawing a blank on the Doughboy.
I'm trying to picture it in my head.
It didn't come together as well.
That does never come together. I think someone messed up and they decided,
we'll stick with this. Let's get this pill. But somebody ate some biscuits that morning and came with the Doughboy.
That makes me want to drink.
Want to switch seats? Come on over here, Joe.
No, I like it over here.
He just doesn't want to leave you.
No, because I always said I always want to mess with it.
Yeah, he wants to mess with these buttons over here.
I don't. I like my
bright,
corner.
shiny objects.
I like my corner. Who's picking me now?
It's the second day in a row.
Why do they always pick on
second
me?
episode in a row you've been picked on.
They don't pick on you.
I'm not talking. You do a lot of talking.
It's okay. So you come from that. You graduated. You graduated, right? From a Doughboy.
I did. I did graduate. I actually went to get my transcripts and realized I could have graduated early.
Oh, really?
Which was kind of annoying that nobody told me that.
Nerd.
Well, so here's the thing. Kind of, not really. I found that out and then just took all honors art classes.
Oh, you did?
So I got all these credits, but
Yeah.
it was all art classes, which was amazing. But I will, if people can do math, I'll date myself here. But I was a senior in 2001. And so I enlisted in November of 2001 in the Marine Corps, which my mom was not thrilled about.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So 2 months after 9/11.
Wow. Yeah.
I came home. My mom's like, "What did you do today?" I was like, "Oh, I went to school, to the mall, enlisted. By the way, you have to sign this paper because I'm 17."
Hold on.
Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. That's what you really did? You went to the mall, you did some shopping, then you enlisted, and then you told her I bought a pair of shoes or I bought this shirt. How does it look? And I still enlisted again, but yeah.
Tried to play it off like
say that again.
It's not that big of a deal.
You can't let that slide by. Enlisted.
Now, as a parent, I would be like a complete hypocrite about
this
that.
Was after 9/11?
Yeah. So 9/11 obviously was in September.
Yeah.
So in November, I officially enlisted. But I was 17.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to have my parents like
consent.
Sign me away to the government.
Did they?
They did.
Oh.
So what was the thought behind that? Just getting enlisted right after the towers went down.
I mean, so just a lot happening, right? And my like we were, I don't even know what you would call us, somewhere in the middle class. So always thinking about like paying for college, things like that. I had been accepted to Philadelphia University.
What?
For architecture.
You're all over the place.
Yeah, like you better start taking some notes.
Damn,
there's a lot of math.
Cool.
See,
but my grandfather is a Marine.
Yeah.
So he was in Korea, and we moved back and moved in with him when I was about a year old. So I grew up like he retired. I moved in with him. So it was us for a long time. So it was kind of like, well, if I'm going to do it,
do it right.
And do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be the biggest badass I can be if I'm going to do it.
You go, G.I. Jane.
So.
Wow. That was a totally different scenario for myself 10 years prior to that.
Yeah.
Because that's when the Gulf War was going on, 1991. And my mom wanted me to join the Marines. And I was like, the 80s, I watched a lot of different movies like say Platoon.
Yeah.
And
Full Metal Jacket.
For all these war, yeah, that's the one that scared the shit out of me.
Glory.
Not Glory, man. That's too far. That's a Civil War.
He said 1991.
That's a Civil War.
I'm just naming movies. It was fun.
But I could relate to that. Yeah.
It's just, and trying to be independent and something for yourself. And it is a totally different service. I mean, if looking back at it in 2023, I could have retired if I would have stayed in.
Yeah.
So it's been a while.
So you did go.
I did.
What you
went to boot camp?
4 years or?
I ended up doing two because I broke my hip.
Okay. Wow.
You broke your hip?
I did. So I fractured the ball in the joint.
Yeah.
And then partially tore.
How'd you do that?
The labrum. Yeah. They'll call it a training exercise. It's officially documented.
Wow.
But so like eventually came home and then spent a couple years trying to convince the VA that I needed to have surgery to fix it.
What? Wow. There was no proof that you broke your hip.
They
wouldn't fix it.
You just have a lot of stuff to go through. So like a lot of physical therapy, cortisone, trying everything you can try. And then I went in to have surgery and I was pregnant.
Wait a minute. How old were you when you got the broken hip?
18.
So because hips are only last, 5 years, 6 years?
So they wouldn't replace it. I ended up having surgery. I was 24.
Okay.
And they wouldn't replace it because
you were in a lot of pain.
Yeah. I went to have surgery and I was pregnant and had a 9-9 baby. And then I went back to have surgery again and found out I was pregnant again. And he was 8-13. And so when he was 2 months old, I had hip surgery.
Wow.
Before they both could walk.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Jesus. That's awesome. This is a cool story.
Very interesting beginning. Started from the Doughboys. And wow.
So what were you going for the Marines for?
You mean just why to
No, what were you going in for?
Oh, my MOS?
Yeah.
Combat engineering.
Combat engineering?
I really was supposed to go in for marketing. But I don't know if you've ever belonged to the government. You really have no choice once you sign on that dotted line. Yeah. You just do what you're told. And so I ended up in there in my paperwork, combat engineering. And in fact, when I got to my school, they were like, females don't have this MOS. And I'm like, well, that's really weird because it says right here, this is where you guys sent me. I didn't even want to be here.
So they sent, wow.
I thought you really said, well, marketing. Combat engineering sounds awesome.
That's what I want to do.
No, but the experience you get out of it, and every once in a while I have to remind my husband when he gets out of line, like, I know how to blow shit up. I can make it look like you were never here.
That's quite disturbing. Think about it.
Awesome.
Sleep with one eye open, buddy.
That's how I've made it this far, raising 2 teenage boys, I think.
Oh, really? Yeah.
They get a little eye out of
what, scare the shit out of them?
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, they are not scared. My 15-year-old is now taller than me. So he always likes to remind me.
Yeah, I'm taller than you.
When did you meet your husband?
This one?
Sure. I'll go for the first one. How's that?
The first one.
Yeah.
So I came home. When I came home, I don't know if you've ever left society and had to reintroduce yourself into it. It's very interesting. So I just come home from the Marine Corps and I started working at a local place and kind of, just reconnecting with some friends that I had known.
In marketing?
Not in marketing. No. Actually, in the woods at bonfire. Right? That's how we partied back in the day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I ended up meeting him out there and told them no for a year until I said yes.
Why is that story sound familiar to me?
Because it probably happened
before. A lot of men just breaking women down.
Yeah.
No, some guy actually was sitting in the same spot you did and said, I went to a bonfire. And
I was looking at
that was
Joe. Remember the Joe guy?
Early 2000s, man. Weren't we all
No.
at
The guy that cleans cars.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The guy that cleans. Okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it wasn't
Joe.
No, it was the same, almost the same story. I met her at a bonfire. And she kept on saying no. And I just kept on asking. Oh, yeah.
Broke us down. But I got 2 great boys out of it, which is great. And then when my youngest was 1, I became a single mom.
Did you blow him up?
I did. Listen.
Sorry.
We'll pause. We'll mute the microphone.
No, he is still around. He made it through to the other side. In fact, we were in Midland when we were married, and had the boys there. And then he actually, after we moved over to St. Joe, he now lives in Coloma.
Oh, really?
So he must not be that afraid. He
followed you.
Or
he followed the boys.
Followed the boys.
That's a great dad. I hate to say that. That's a great dad, because if a guy travels on the other side of the state to get close to his kids and still sees his kids, that is a great dad. I hate to say it.
Yeah. His new wife has family in Indiana, so it kind of worked out for them.
Well, you just ruined that story right there.
I mean, I was just saying.
No, you just squash that like a bug.
But I actually met my now husband, who is a saint. I think it was one of those God was like, oh man, so it really did you bad on that first one. Here's the blessing that comes with it. But we worked 10 feet from each other at Dow. And he loves himself a standing desk. So I could always see him across the room, and he is just handsome. And I took out my team for one of the guys' birthdays, and Sean, his name is Sean, walked in and sat across from me. And I was like, oh, he's cute. Hi, my name's Catie. And he goes, I know who you are. We went to high school together.
Oh.
And I was like,
wait a minute. In the same high school of
he was a dope boy. No, he was on the football team, but I had no idea. I graduated with his older sister.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
He was 2 years younger than me.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because I know who I was in high school, and that didn't deter him. So
how were you in high school? Now you just over that book.
I was totally different. I played soccer. So I played soccer all through high school. I had honor society, and I saved speech class until my senior year because I was terrified of talking in front of anybody.
A lot of people are.
To tears. It was horrible. And now I've spoken to auditoriums of people. It's funny how life changes.
Yeah.
But yeah, his older sister graduated with me, and not to sound like we're from, banjos in Kentucky, but his stepbrother also graduated with me, but wasn't his stepbrother at the time.
That is kind of cool though. So you met him around this area.
No, we met at Dow.
Okay, Dow.
And then he moved over for Whirlpool. I was still at Dow. He lived here for about a year. And it was the winter of 2013, 2014, when it was like snow like this year, right? Yeah. And it took me like 6 hours to get here. And I was like, either you're coming back or we're going to have to do something. And that was about the time that my oldest was going to start kindergarten. So I brought the boys over. They saw the lake and it was like done. Right? Yeah. Like there was no...
Got a beach to go to.
Yeah. That's a good story.
So...
All right, now I have to ask.
I know. Next question is...
Yeah. How do you propose to you?
How do you propose?
Yeah.
It's so funny because as a photographer, we did 27 surprise proposals last year. So we have seen the gambit of like these amazing proposal stories and we get to be part of it. We had went to the Meyer Gardens.
Oh, Frederick?
Yep. And he didn't bring the ring. And he was like, damn it, this would have been like the perfect place. And of course, I'm like making him take pictures and all of this stuff. And we're there with the kids. So the next weekend, I think he was like, whatever, I'm just pulling the trigger. So he had our oldest at the time just hold the phone and videotape and take some pictures. And he proposed to me in the front yard.
Oh, still nice though.
Yeah.
Still nice.
I mean, everybody here, we moved here with the boys, right?
Yeah.
So we were like, we're engaged. They're like, oh, we thought you were married.
They're
like, oh, great. Didn't keep them from coming to the wedding and, drinking and eating and enjoying themselves. But
thought you guys were already married. All right, let's party.
What?
So with everything going on right there, were you taking photographs here in St. Joe area or were you taking pictures up in the other?
I wasn't as a business like I am now. I'd always loved photography. Like my aunt had been into photography, like film camera photography, right? And I'd always loved it. And like I said, I took all honors art classes. So anything artistic, I just loved. When I came down here and my boys got a little bit older is when I really started. Like I was on the sidelines for every football game, taking pictures. And of course, the parents were just so sad that they had all these pictures of their kids playing sports. And it just kind of snowballed into like, oh, will you do, pictures for this? Will you take our family pictures? Will you do senior pictures? Will you do this? And I was at Dow in the corporate world. When I moved over here, I was in the corporate world. I was in banking for almost 15 years, director level. I was the COO for an organization. And finally was like, I think my body a little bit at some point in 21 said I'd had enough. And so then I really took it and went with it full time. I said, I'm going to stay home. I'm going to do my own business. I'm going to be with my family more. I'm not going to be as busy. And then I have 3 businesses. So that kind of like flew up in my face. But
wow.
Now I do, like I said, we did 27 just proposals last year. Last year was the first year that the kids, I started taking pictures of them when they were itty bitties, right? In football, they'll be graduating. And so it's, and my son is a junior. So that whole class, I'm kind of like emotional as they're like, I see they're, signing up for senior photos. It's like hit in my heart because I have.
Oh, hell no. You're taking senior photos with me.
Pictures of like all of these kids. Well, my son was like, I'm just going to take some with my phone. And I'm like, no, your mom does senior photos. Yeah. Like, you're not going to have some like
cheesy photos on your phone. Look at this.
Like selfies in the yearbook. That would be.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be cool. Be the only kid with selfies. Dude, I would love that.
If one person started it, they'd have them forever.
Yep, I saved mom. Look, I saved you money. This is my picture.
Well, then he's like, I'll have somebody else do them. I'm like, I'm not paying somebody to do your senior photos.
I got the equipment here to do it. So what really got you into photography? I mean, your parents, was that?
My aunt did some of it, but really just, buying a camera and getting into it and just loving it. Every road I've kind of gone down is a lot of like doing things for other people, like very philanthropic. I worked for United Way for a long time, like doing things like that. So in the industry that's a service industry and kind of marries like art, that was just a perfect place to be, letting people be as creative as they want to. I mean, I've got some really great black male photos for a lot of these athletes. If the parents ever want them, just them like cheesing it up or like being goofy, right?
That's something else.
No, nothing bad.
I was like, wait a minute.
Nothing bad. Just like,
you see my face?
Yeah, I know.
Just like them being goofy.
God, I was doing the same thing you did.
That when they
Oh.
get a real serious girlfriend, like that's the time you wanna.
You were mentioning you did a lot of proposal shootings.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that supposed to be like a surprise? How did that work out? How did you guys manage some of those?
So the guys will reach out.
She did it from the ground.
She was in the bushes.
No, I have been in the bushes.
You really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
So have you ever been to the Friendship Gardens?
No, I haven't.
So it's down in Indiana, right? Go right past all the pot shops, Buffalo, past the fireworks place. And then it's this garden that actually very interesting is when the Olympics were in Illinois, they like globally, all these countries brought flowers and plants and stuff, and I guess planted them.
Oh, really? Wow.
In this Friendship Garden in Indiana. So now there's like all this different vegetation from all over, but really gorgeous spot. But there's like this nice little pond with this little gazebo, and this guy had us he had like it marked on the sidewalk where he wanted me to stand. But we had to go hide like up a path in the woods so they could walk by and then
not even
come back down. I mean, every once in a while, like there will be a girl that shows up at the beach and they're there for dinner and she's got on like a dress and heels. And I'm like, you're not at the beach for dinner. You knew this was coming.
Yeah.
That's why I'm shocked. I'm glad you asked that question because, hey, hon, why is this lady with a camera keep following us?
What's the bush
so what we'll do is we'll always set it up. And I mean, there's people at the beach taking photos. Have you been to Chiscornia on like a sunset? Mm-hmm. There's a million of us out there.
People with those cameras just taking pictures.
It's so rude, just getting in the way of your sunset.
There's one tomorrow.
I know. There's one going to be tomorrow. It's going to be the same colors.
Well, you always say they're always different.
I say the color is always different. The sun always sets.
Of course. But the view is somewhat different every time.
But I always think it's like Whoville. You walk along the beat. I walk along the bluff, and all these people, like 50 people, just stop, and they all saying
that
was like a Christmas tree.
We got married when they were still like maybe the only year they did do weddings on the top of the Whitcomb.
Yeah.
So up on that balcony part.
Yeah.
And then we had our reception down below, and there's all of our families are from out of town, so that was definitely them lined up watching the sunset.
I'm sorry if I crashed yours. I crashed a lot of those weddings.
Did you really?
Fuck yes.
I'm surprised more of
I'm cousin Joe.
No, I'm Sam, little JoJo from down the road.
I'm done with you. I'm totally done.
No, then I had people always like, yes, I remember. Yeah, I've been friends with that person a long time ago. I got invited, and it works at tailgates, works at weddings.
Like, I don't know you.
And I'm always wearing I'm wearing a collar shirt and khaki, so I know what I'm doing.
Get out of here. I don't know you.
No, then usually the bride comes up or the groom comes up and says, how do we know you? I went, then I got to change my story a little bit.
JoJo up the road. I mean, Mikey's son.
Yeah. Right now, everybody is doing a reverse Google search of your face.
Yeah.
See how many events.
Before the movie Wedding Crashers did come out, I was doing that kind of stuff.
And this is before social media.
Yes.
This is back in his drinking days.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I heard there was open bar and free food, fuck yeah, I'm coming.
You would have loved it. We had donuts.
No,
we had Pete's.
Nope. Don't remember that one.
Dan did cider.
Really?
They even
I
had
ran
the bowling
last
alley.
night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Pickleball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was the point of like being in this small town, knowing people.
Yeah.
Jay did our beer.
Yeah.
Dan did our cider. It was great.
I go to the out of town weddings. I don't go where people know me.
Where nobody knows your name.
Yeah. I pick the people I don't know when I do that.
I think I can only get away with crashing a party once.
Oh, dude, that's.
I think I've only done it once.
You only done a crash a wedding?
Yeah.
Or a wedding or a party?
A wedding.
A
reception, more or less.
On purpose.
Yeah.
She says on purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes they're like event centers and there's
you just
wrong
think,
rooms.
What's this? And you just go in and I had a great time. Met everyone. And people love you.
Did you make a toast?
No, I didn't do it. Did you?
No.
Did you dance?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
I had a good time.
I always dance when I'm at these things.
Had a good time.
Especially the one at the Wickhams. The one at the Wickhams is it's always funny because people go outside, they go out smoke because you can't smoke in there. So they go across the way and I'm just walking or I started talking to these people. Hey, what are you doing here? And they said, I'm here for this wedding right here. And I said, oh, that's cool. It sounds fun. And they said, you want to come? Oh, yeah, let's go.
No.
You win.
We can't bring you in. No. It's a private party.
God, dude, it's fun though. I've done it a lot.
All right, moving on, Joe.
Sorry. Good times.
That's like a game we could do because we do weddings too. My husband does them with me. In fact, I got him a nice little like assistant name tag that he has yet to wear.
Wow.
He doesn't like the word.
He won't
assistant.
put it on his resume either. I've tried.
He doesn't like the word assistant.
But now I'm gonna start. We're gonna start looking like, okay, who's crashing this wedding?
Yeah,
we need to make sure we get them on camera.
You know that guy right there?
Wait
a minute, that's Joe. Yeah, that's Joe.
I'm in Wisconsin. I'm like, whoa. Don't worry, I'm deleting that photo.
Yeah. Oh no, I try to take the photos actually when I'm in weddings. I do that. So I say, yeah, see, you know you want me. Sometimes I always say I'm the fat kid that was on the that you grew up with, and sometimes they always say, I do remember you. Your mom was this. I said, yes, my mom was that. It keeps on going with it. So yes, it's very easy to do that.
People are watching for you now.
I know.
You gave it all away.
I know.
It's over.
This face is on the internet now.
This damn podcast makes me come out and tell me my life stories about what I've done in my past.
Keep an eye out for Joe Hill.
I like this. Like I came on, but we're getting a lot out of you.
We always get a lot of stuff out of me. Oh, trust me, we'll get a lot out of you. So with everything going on, you're married and everything else, photography, with all the other hats, plus being a mother, growing up, raising your boys, raising your husband, pretty much. Is your husband
he is 2 years younger than me, as he likes to point out. So
he points that out.
That's how he introduced me to his friends. Well, hi guys, this is Catie. She's older than us. The first time he took me out to meet all of his friends.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
We also went to a wedding in Buffalo. First time I've ever met any of his family, right? Like his sister went to U of M. We stopped, stayed in her college house, which was horrifying.
That's kind of weird.
And then drove through to Buffalo, and we're in the elevator going up to the wedding, and his aunt and uncle are in there with us, and he's like, "This is my old girlfriend." I'm like, you need to be specific, like old in age, or like, have I traveled all this way and we're no longer dating? We need to clarify this.
That's what I would go with that too. I went, she doesn't know it yet. She's my old girlfriend.
He has a way with words.
It's okay. That's how. So if someone asks you guys, where'd you guys meet? Does he use a different thing or a different saying?
No, we both worked at.
Oh, see, I always, when someone always asks me if I'm dating somebody, where'd you guys meet at? Hooters.
He's not. No.
Twin Peaks. A strip club. You know, I use every single thing but how we met.
it's a good day when he remembers or like knows our wedding. He's always off on our anniversary by one day.
At least he's in the right ballpark, though. Give him credit. At least not the
I
wrong
tried
month.
to roll with it one year, and he was like, "Wait, is it?" And I'm like, "No, it's tomorrow."
Then you should have got 2 presents out of that. You should have done that. Yes, it is, and made him treat you. Then said, "No, it's tomorrow now."
That won't work.
It could.
No, that wouldn't work.
I'll never know until you try. So, off the subject again. With your job as now you said menopause.
I am a certified menopause coach.
What the hell is that?
So, I mean, I don't know if you know.
I know what menopause is. Yes, I was raised by all women, and I had ex-girlfriends and ex-wives. So yes, I do know what menopause is.
So really, like, and how it happened for me is like I got very sick. I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome, which I don't know if you know anybody that's had it, but very horrible. It felt like I had strep throat and the flu for like 6 months, and they couldn't figure it out. And in that time period, my body stopped making all hormones. So normally you get like perimenopause, you get this like trickle effect, right? Yeah. Well, and guys do too, andropause, like your hormones just get less and less. Mine was like a brick wall. It just stopped.
Damn.
Not great. And so like and of course, like doctors just didn't know what was happening. So I ended up doing a lot of research myself, figuring out like this is essentially what happened. Menopause is really just one day. It's the 12-month mark of not having a menstrual cycle. Before that is perimenopause, after it is postmenopause. So when you say a menopause coach, it kind of like covers all of that. But in going through all my research, like the FDA didn't even regulate that women had to be part of any drug testing until 2016. So 10 years ago, like they weren't even making medication for us to help us in any way. And so a lot of it was just like research, and it's a taboo subject, right?
It is.
And so sharing my story with people, they're like, oh, I'm in the thick of it right now, right? Or like I have this going on, or my cholesterol's off the charts. And I'm like, well, look at your blood work. How's your estrogen? Oh, you started perimenopause, your estrogen is lowering, which makes your cholesterol go higher. Yeah. Well, probably, I mean, do you have a question?
Yes, I have a question. I didn't want to interrupt you, but I do have a question. I raised my hand. So my question is actually with the whole menopause thing, didn't you get it awfully young?
Yeah. So, and that was the thing, right? Is they're like, nope, you're not 40. You're not in menopause or perimenopause.
Or it hits even older in 40s. Like it hits
like 40, typically like 45,
46. Yeah.
I
know this shit.
And like, so that was the thing, right? Is like, you're not in that. No way you could be in this part of your life. And I'm like, well, weird, because I'm not having periods and my body's not making hormones. Like, here's all the checklists that you give us, and I've hit all of those. And I actually I go see a doctor in Grand Rapids for hormone replacement therapy. And it's really been trial and error with my own body. And then having people be like, oh, this is happening to me. And I'm like, man, you shouldn't have to just, be released out into the world and be like, well, you're an old lady now and deal with it. Right. Like, that's how it feels, because nobody talks about it. And they're like, you're a woman, get used to it. You're going to sleep with the windows open in the middle of the winter now. Yeah. And so going down the road of getting a certification to really be able to talk to people about this, and then partnering with other local people, like we're actually putting on a menopause retreat on April 12th.
There's a menopause retreat?
Because it's taboo. Nobody talks about it. So it's going to be a safe space. People can come in. We're going to cover all the subjects, everything from pelvic floor therapy to here's some things that you can do to help yourself. Here's some contacts for HRT.
I don't mean to laugh. Sorry. All I'm picturing is a hot and cold station where all of a sudden you're getting hot, you got to be in the air conditioning, and then all of a sudden you got to get out of it and
that
go.
Sounds like you.
I know.
I mean,
it is.
You're black in his fan.
He always is. That's why I said they do it over here.
That sounds just like
no, but I don't. But the funny thing is, for menopause, they do have the hot and cold. Like my aunt went through it all the time 2 years ago, but she's got hers in her 50s. So
yeah, and a lot of time, I mean, if you look at the hormones for kids that are younger nowadays too, right? Like the way that their bodies are, how tall they are, how big they are, the way that girls are maturing, like there's so much hormones in our food and stuff that they're maturing faster. So us at this age, like just how they haven't really dug into menopause a lot now and the hormones that we have going on, they didn't know any of that stuff when we were younger. So a lot of my coaching, like in nutrition, and as I do like one-on-one coaching and personal training too, I hit all these youth athletes. Like, here's how the 101 on how to not F up your hormones as a kid. Like, I know I messed mine up. I went into the Marine Corps, right? Like they were jacked up. And then hopefully, like if they're more and more educated and not messing up their hormones at a young age, it's going to be much better for them when they get, later in life. And menopause is there because our symptoms are a lot more drastic and a lot of bigger changes happen. But guys go through andropause, which is, your testosterone's dropping off.
Yeah.
And it's, probably a good idea for you to get blood work and nothing wrong with TRT or anything like that either.
Is that a United States problem or is that a worldwide problem as far as the hormones in the food?
I mean, the U.S. is a lot less stringent on what we put into our food. And everything is manufactured, right? So if you look, there's things called blue zones. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
No.
But different societies across the world where they're still doing like farming themselves, right? Or it's like a community that supports itself agriculturally. Yeah. They don't have all the pesticides and chemical. No, I think in probably in Greece, there's a lot of Mediterranean places. But they don't have as many hormones. So they're living, spry in their hundreds. So I think it has a lot to do with it.
So that shortens the lifespan as far as that goes then.
Well, anything. So once your hormones start to change, like your cholesterol goes up, your bone density goes down, like it's just a snowball of things that happen that, cause things to have our lives a little less.
Wow.
So do you have a lot of people in your group or you're teaching on menopause?
So this event that we're doing is actually going to be the first one we've done locally. And I'm super excited. The old Blackbird Waterhouse, now the Erie Commons.
Oh yeah.
It'll be held
up there in
Coloma.
Coloma?
Yep.
Right there.
So
off Coloma.
It'll be held there. They've kind of turned that building into like an event space. And so we're going to do kind of seminar type stuff and talk to probably cap it around 40 people. We'll serve them lunch and then they'll have an option for doing a sound bath or some yoga specific to like lowering anxiety and stuff that comes with menopause. And then we'll send them home with a nice little dessert with some protein in it. And
ice cream.
Yeah, probably like a pudding.
Something cold, because they're gonna all give you hot.
It's not you're not hot all the time. Just at very inconvenient times.
Just at the weird times of the day. Yeah,
it gets sweaty.
I mean,
it's hot outside.
Sweaty.
I guess I'm a
like lights.
Filming lights.
Yeah.
So in my studio,
I'm not. See, she feels me.
I can understand. The lights are hot. But he always asks me, "Aren't you hot?" I'm
like, because you're wearing a hoodie.
I'm not,
dude. I feel like I'm not wearing shorts right now.
I'm fine. I mean, I don't mind being warm. I don't know if that's just me though.
It's just you.
I mean, there's warm and then there's like a hot,
if I'm
uncomfortable, sweaty.
Summertime when we do these shows, yes, I'm baking.
I would have, when I coached CrossFit, they had, it's called a big ass fan. That's the name of the company.
Yeah, I see.
I would crank that thing
those
so
things
high.
Are cool though. Those fans are awesome.
Oh
yeah.
If I could fit one in my garage, I would.
Okay, you mentioned a checklist that you had to go down to all the things that you checked on. You checked off all the. What were those items on that list that you had to check off?
For like going through menopause. Yeah. So there are things like, when just your blood levels, when you measure your hormones, things like that. The night sweats, you get very like brain fog is what they'll call it, like absent-mindedness, right? Like, and these are all things that society has learned to like joke about, right? Like Joe's laughing about all the ladies in his house and how hot they are all the time. We've been taught to just like, you're a woman, deal with it, joke about it. Right. But there are solutions to it. So brain fog is a huge one. Like if you've ever had a lady in your life, like joke about like, man, I walked into the kitchen for some reason, but I have no idea what that was.
I do that all the time.
Or the other day I was talking to somebody and it's a word I use all the time, but I could not come up with it for the life of me. Things like that, then being just really tired and worn out all the time.
Maybe I got menopause.
I'm telling
you. Menopause?
Whatever.
Is andropause?
Yeah. Lately I've been really tired. I've always blamed it on the winter being
so there's lots of things too, right? Like it's all, you can't like look at one thing and be like, oh yeah, this is the one puzzle piece that is going to, because our bodies are always trying to be in a state of homeostasis. So if one thing's off, everything else is going to try to fix that.
Yeah.
He had 3 off your list, so it's okay.
3.
I think
Do you got frozen shoulder? Because that's the thing.
No, well, I know my bones feel weird. They ache. Man, my body aches.
Because you're getting old.
Yeah. My body aches. Seriously.
Not the youngest one in here. I just thought of that.
You
She's younger than me.
2 episodes in a row.
Oh man.
You're the middle child now.
I'm the middle child.
Yeah. But no, like, I mean, if you ever go to the doctor's office for something, they're like, oh, here's your checklist of whatever, or your blood works within the range, so you're normal.
Yeah, maybe
there's nothing wrong with you. But so my cholesterol was in the normal range, right? Normal HDL, LDL, normal range. They tested outside of that. There's other cholesterol you can test. So my LDL little p was like 2,800 and should have been like 500.
Wow.
And so that was like, they were like, you need to get on a statin because we're afraid something. But when you lose estrogen, your body makes more cholesterol. So it kind of shot that up really high. But if you would have just done your typical blood work, you're not really going to see that. That's where like going to a specialist. So like I have a couple specialists I work with that I'll refer people to, because I'm not, doctor, PhD. I know enough to say like, hey, you probably should go have this checked out or look at this person.
Yeah. You're like a counselor.
Yeah, coach.
Yeah,
right?
coach.
I'll tell you where to go, but not on the medical side. So kind of like if I'm doing PT with somebody, right? And they're coming back off of an injury or they have a shoulder injury, I'm like, maybe you should go talk to a physical therapist or talk to your doctor about that.
To keep going with this for a minute, I do have a question about it. So when you are helping these ladies out with everything, are you pretty much also counseling them a little bit and saying you can get through this, like trying to help them boost their morale on top of it? Because sometimes that could get them down where they're not feeling the best. They're thinking, oh my God, I'm gaining more weight, or everything else in their life that's happening to them while they're going through this. Are you talking to them like pretty much off the plank?
I haven't found anybody in like all the way tippy-toe on the end of it yet. And again, because you've got to think about women. We are told, deal with it. Like, tell me that your mom or anybody like wasn't running you around to all these places and had to make dinner and had to do all this. We just, as women, make it happen. And we take everything that's going on inside of us mentally or physically and push it to the back burner. What happens is when you hit menopause, in a really rude way, God decided that's going to be when your kids are like graduating high school or they're not with you anymore, right? And so all of a sudden, you have this time to be like, oh, this shoulder hurts and it's actually been hurting for a really long time. Or maybe I shouldn't be driving with the windows down in my car in January, right? All those different things that you just push to the back, you don't really know. So a lot of times they wait so long to come that they're like, oh, yeah, like all the things on the list, right? This is what's wrong. But because your body's trying to be in an equilibrium state, like you're like, okay, we need to start here. Like start here, just do a couple adjustments. So yeah, it ends up, I mean, being a long process. And there's such a benefit to have an open conversation and networking with other people, because I just met a really great lady locally. Her name's Amy. She does pelvic floor therapy. So she's actually going to be part of the retreat that we're doing, and she's a good resource for me to send somebody to if they need something like that.
That's kind of cool.
I have a guy I know. He's a sex therapist. So, you know, a lot of time things will happen with hormones, both guys and girls, where like maybe your marriage is great, but maybe that area needs some work.
I never heard a guy sex therapist. That's cool.
He's great. He works with a lot of guys. His office is based in Berrien Springs, but having resources like that. So I had to chase my tail and do it all myself, and it took years to figure it out. So being like a one-stop hub that like I might not even be the person that has the answers for you, but hey, here's a lot of numbers to connect you with a lot of different things, and you might end up at all of them, or you might end up at.
How do people find you?
I have
for
that specifically, like I said, we're going to start the first, it's been word of mouth. We're going to start having the first retreat, looking at maybe doing them quarterly. I really want it to be like an open conversation where people can come and talk openly about it, and kind of removing all the barriers of them having like, I can't go see this doctor because my insurance won't let me, you know, so having a doctor there that they can ask questions to. And then if they want to come in for that, I do it all through LVP Fitness too, which is my fitness business. So it's on the website and stuff on there to get a hold of me. But most of the time, I mean, these people are trying to be healthy in other ways too. So that's how a lot of them come in.
Really interesting.
I may be able to send somebody your way. I have a few co-workers that are going through something that's still serious.
I know. I'm just laughing because I know
they're complaining about being hot and all these different things, and tired, and all the things that you just mentioned.
Well, and you think of, like I said, they're like, oh, you're getting older. That's what happens.
And they deal with it. Like you said, they deal with it.
Yeah. So. And you shouldn't have to. And I think that like it's starting to be less taboo. And I think women are talking about it more. But the way we talk about it, right, is like joking about it.
Yeah.
But like you said, there's nothing out there until 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So a lot of the people that are out there are older that's going through this now, didn't know anything about it until more now, where more people are talking about it and more people are stepping up and finally saying something about it. So yeah, if you finally have the pills, because actually my aunt went through it and she took some of the pills that are out there to help going through the
and there's still
menopause part.
So much unknown about it. Like I take HRT, so hormone replacement therapy. I have to be on estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone.
Damn.
My body just quit making them.
Yeah.
Like there is nothing I could do about it. And I went in to be seen by a doctor, and they wouldn't see me because I was on hormone therapy. And I'm like, well, wait a second. And it actually ended up like I'm allergic to cottonseed, which is the binder in a lot of shots. And I had to do a shot, and I had a allergic. I really just needed like a souped up Benadryl.
Did you blow up like a balloon?
I didn't. It just itchy in the spots. But they wouldn't see. Or people, like, if you tell them, if I'm like, I take testosterone, like, I'm not huge. Like, I really wish it worked that way, but I take like 0.05. So I have to buy special needles to even see how much I'm drawn in. Yeah. But it's enough that it like changes your body chemistry. So you never know. And you never know until you do the blood work. And it's not stuff that when you go for your day or your annual doctor's appointment that they're really testing. So you're never going to know unless that's the thing, is you have to specifically request it. Like for a guy too, if you go into your doctor and I'm like, man, I'm tired, they're going to be like, take some vitamin D, do exercise, do these other things. They're never going to test your testosterone until you request them to do it.
Walk into the doctor's office. I think I have menopause.
Calm down, sir. Calm down.
I know. I'm having hot flashes, cold flashes. My arm hurts. Can't lift my arm. My bones ache.
You got to deal with it.
Deal with it.
They'll give you my card. Let you go hang out with Catie.
Go there and check her out. She'll help you.
Probably not the weirdest thing I'd see.
So you help men out as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do a lot of coaching, especially I have a lot of clients that I've known. I've always been in very male dominated industries, right?
Marine, no, that's
not
right. I wasn't a minority at all. You're not even supposed to be here. So like just knowing them in a personal relationship that I have with them, because I do a lot of one-on-one coaching, like with clients all over. I've had clients in Australia, just to be able to call, and it's all confidential, right? And say like, hey, go check this out. You really should, or enough to say, I got my levels tested. Can you take a look at it? And be like, man, that's kind of low for where you should be. Like here's some place you can call and kind of walk down the road of feeling better. Like it's not, there's nothing wrong with you. It's not a disease. Yeah. Just feel better. It's like if you have, like when I had chronic fatigue, it set off all of these autoimmune things, and now I can't have gluten. Like there's no difference in that. And, going through menopause is just a chemical change in your body.
All right, guys, we're going to do the top of the hour. Folks, we're at the top of the hour. It's 8 p.m. It's a different time for us on the Third Eye Truth Theorem podcast. But if you're watching on YouTube or any of our platforms that we put our podcast on, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification button on YouTube so you can see more content every Monday and Wednesday night at 8 p.m. We are currently at 400 subscribers on YouTube. We're pushing our way to 500. Please subscribe if you like the content that we're putting out and help us get to that mark. We are back to the show with Catie Browm-Busch, and we'll get back to more content that she has to put out. What?
Back to me.
You look like you're a deer in the headlights.
Sorry, back to me. So, with that going, you're doing that. You're a Marine. You're a mother. You have a dog.
2 dogs.
2 dogs. What kind of dogs?
Chocolate Labs. So I have 2 girl dogs to try to balance out.
You know they don't speak or anything like that.
Well, they're part of the family
she
still.
Does. 3:30 every afternoon. She lets me know the countdown has started till dinner time. And she's noisy about it.
Smart dog.
So on top of that, you are also a photographer. So people know that's coming out, that's now watching. You've done all these so far.
Mm-hmm.
Now, your other business is a personal trainer.
Yes.
And that is your main personal trainer / fitness. What is it? Personal trainer / fitness what?
Personal trainer. I'm also a certified nutritionist.
Okay,
so I do a lot of nutrition coaching. I would say probably the photography studio So CABB and LVP, I just love letters.
I guess.
Line up about equal, I would say.
Okay.
For time. Both have a in-person portion of them, right? You're in person taking photography, in person doing personal training, but also have done a lot of behind the scenes.
Where's your personal training at?
So I run it out of a private studio in my home right now because I haven't found. I'm in search if anybody wants to donate a warehouse space and split it between a studio and a fitness facility, but it's so hard to find one that sticks around locally. That's not snatched up, right? But so I see a lot of people in person, which actually people really like. It kind of removes them from the gym space. So a lot of people who are wanting to get back into it or really need to focus with one-on-one. A lot of your younger clients remove all the mirrors and social aspect of them.
That happens?
Oh yeah. Have you not been a teenage boy? Like you're like, oh, this guy over here, he's lifting 40s. I better put my 30-pound dumbbells back and go get the 45s. Like set the ego aside, really focus on doing
both of us went. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, use the 40s. Do the 45.
Not that my husband is always like, he's like, I have to stay a solid 100 above you in everything. So when I hit like 275 for a squat, he was like, damn it.
I'm doing 375.
Like progressively, he tries to keep like.
It's always competition, huh?
It is. I mean, probably more for me than
good competition, though, right?
For him. He's like a silent competition. You know, he's like quietly counting the plates.
Silent but deadly.
He does do that in the gym too. Which is
we're not talking about farts, Joe.
Horrible.
Oh my bad. Sorry. I was talking like a ninja.
Wow. So your husband's competitive with you as far as the exercise and things of that nature.
Yes, it's like our date time, right? Like we'll work out together and do a lot. Also, so I have with LVP, it's a fitness app. I created the app, and I deliver programming on that. So as I write the programming, I test it out before I actually launch it out in the new cycle. And so he's the test dummy.
So your app does what for the customer?
So it all the programming is delivered on there. So if you're like, today I'm going in to do my workout, you open it up and it has every workout, what you're supposed to do, and there's videos that go along with it. So you can follow along with it and track your whole workout. So when you come back 2 weeks later, maybe in the same workouts there, you can see what you were lifting previously. There's also all the nutrition coaching is in there. It connects to MyFitnessPal. So if you're coming to me for coaching, I can just fill in your new macro, your nutrition prescription, and it'll backfeed into your MyFitnessPal. So you open it up and you're like, oh, this is how much I have to eat today.
Does that go to me through your phone, of course, but can you track it on your watch at the same time as well? Or is it compatible
like
with
an app?
Like an app would? I mean, keep track of what you're doing and your heart rate and that.
It's in the Apple Store and the Google Store.
Okay.
And then we're just working on getting a bunch of new wearables connected to it. So like I wear a Whoop, so that it tracks. You know,
what?
A Whoop?
The fuck's a Whoop?
You don't know what a Whoop is? So on this hand, I have a Whoop. Over here, I have an Apple Watch. This is essentially like there's no watch face, but it tracks in depth like all your workouts. It tells me how my sleep is. So when you
wear that all the time,
I could show you the tan line. Like it's pretty bad. I wear it all the time. But it's great. I can see at like 3 a.m. when my husband gets out of bed. I'm like, oh, you woke me up. Like it'll show on my Whoop, and I always blame it on him.
That's such a weird name.
So how do you actually see the progress on your Whoop?
It tracks just every day.
Actually on the phone.
On the phone?
Yeah. Okay. So there's an app on the phone. And like every day it brings up my journal and it'll tell me like, did I drink any alcohol yesterday?
Wow.
Did I connect with any friends or family yesterday? Did I spend time outside? And so you can get measurables to see like, It even asked me if I sleep with my dogs in the bed, which oddly enough, my recovery is much better when my dogs are sleeping in my bed.
Was it really? Wow.
Yeah.
Why? How does it track that?
Well, that's what I fill in the journal. So then, right after a year of tracking it and filling it out, it says, hey, your recovery is much better when the girls are with you. Not so much when your husband's with you. When the dogs are in there, it's great.
He wakes me up. The dogs don't.
Right?
So you're doing all this. Did you get help doing it, or is it all out of pocket that you're
everything is like self-funded for all of it. So I actually worked as COO for a company and did a lot of work for them and helped to build an app for them. And so I've had background in like doing nutrition apps and some app building like that. And so when I decided to be on my own and I wanted to do this, I decided, all right, well, I'm going to go at it. And then I remembered how much work it was. And I was like, well, we're here now. Yeah. This is where we are.
How did you tell your husband, say, I'm quitting my job doing all this, I'm going to start my own fitness?
He, like I said, God was like, hey, this one wasn't so great, so I'm going to give you the best one I got. Yeah. And that is 100% him. He is so supportive, and just great. And like, he's my assistant, right? Because I don't have a better name to call him.
My husband.
When he comes, well, it's so funny. We do like large birthday parties and stuff like that too, and weddings. And there's been a couple times where he's like come up behind me and like, oh, gave me a little slap, and some guy's been like, excuse you, and I'm like, no, we're married. It's okay. He's allowed to do that. He's not just my assistant. We're actually married.
You got to remember how he introduced her to his friends and things of that nature. So it kind of balances out.
You can, yeah. I was gonna say, did you make him dress up like a clown sometimes for the birthday party?
Just like a sidekick.
No, never. He's always just there. He's actually so
sidekick.
He'll carry the flash for me, like a off-camera flash when we're doing like outdoor photography, you know. And then I have one that it looks like a bubble. And so for one photo shoot, they called him Bubble Boy the whole time.
I'm not holding one.
So we do a lot at Notre Dame, actually. Like I do coming up in May, I'll do a lot of like seniors graduating.
That's cool.
And then we've done weddings there. We've done a lot of alumni that come back and propose or want to do pictures there. But yeah, they called him the Bubble Boy around Notre Dame. I don't know what's better, assistant, Bubble Boy.
You got a few nicknames.
Yeah.
Sidekick. Yeah, to say that again.
What?
Sidekick.
Yeah.
So
we get you a name tag?
No.
Yes.
I'm not wearing a name tag to sidekick.
Little Joe, the sidekick.
Little Jojo. Little Jojo sidekick. That's like what my DJ name sounds like. So with the personal training thing, my next question would be, was that word of mouth too, or did you have people follow you, knew you who you were from maybe the gym? Or
so I have been a trainer since 2014, 2015, and I started actually certified in CrossFit. So I coached CrossFit, lived in that realm for a long, long time. I coached up until COVID, and then I coached from home a little bit during COVID because we could only coach from home.
Yeah.
And then I actually, when I was the COO for the company, it was a fitness company. And so I did online coaching there and started doing stuff more remote and got to work with like actors and some football players for the Colts. And
wow.
So, and a lot of bodybuilders. So the breadth of experience just like expanded. And here there's a lot of people I have a lot of military people who I'll work with that are word of mouth, like referrals. People who are doing like competition specific stuff. So they're trying to get ready for something or leading up to something. Student athletes. So going from one season to another, just having the knowledge behind like, hey, if you're transitioning from football to wrestling, we got to do things a little bit different with your nutrition. Let's swap up your nutrition plan. Or people who, just want to get fit. I have a lot of people on the app. They'll find it, or it's out there with marketing or like word of mouth on that.
So when you have your app, since you have an app, do they pay a subscription for it?
Yeah, there's a couple different options. You can do like a VIP package, which is you just get everything in there. Like I have ebooks in there that I've written.
What's that? I mean, how much does that cost?
$29.
That ain't bad.
So, no, it's not bad. And it's like then you get there's like a strength and aesthetics program. For when you want to look like you go to the gym and you want to get stronger. I have coming out body weight and bands, which is great for when you travel. So you just have bands and kind of your body weight, or people who are just getting started at home. Dumbbell only. So you can do if all you got at home is dumbbells and you're working out in your garage, like you have programming for that.
Is this monthly, or is it $29 a month, or is it?
That's for the VIP. You can also buy them individually. So if you're like, I just have dumbbells, you can just do the dumbbells and then just subscribe monthly for it, or you can do discount packaging, like if you buy 3 months at a time or 6 months at a time.
So it's $29 a month
for the VIP. Yep.
$29 a month.
And you get all access to all of that. And people like reach out to, because there's messaging inside the app. You're like, man, I'm doing something wrong. Can you look at this for me? Or have a question on something.
Yeah.
And you're on Apple with that, or is it?
It's Apple and Google.
Apple and Google?
Yep. My husband's an Android user. He would have lost his mind if I didn't release it on both of them. So I went down and did both Apple and Google.
And you created that yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Impressive.
It's like, so you can like white label about all the programming, all the videos. So if you don't like looking at this, like it's probably not that for you, because it's me doing, deadlifts to show you how to do a deadlift in the videos. Running. If I'm running, it's a video of me running. Which like, so I have to, as I change up the programming every cycle, there's some stuff, that I'll add in that's new. So then I have to go in and film that, go through, edit everything, and then put it up inside the app.
How much?
Go ahead. So it's almost like a Peloton type deal where you.
Oh, yep.
Yeah,
but it's just
that's
me.
what I was.
Yeah, but it's just.
But it's just me.
On your app. Right.
But like that, and you can interact. Like there's whiteboards too. You can interact with some other people in there.
Well, cool.
I get some fun. Girlfriend that's on it texted me the other day. She's like, I didn't have an incline bench, and it's like the bench from her entryway, this wooden bench that she put in.
Smart though.
That she was working. She's like, I went and bought one because I was sliding
least,
down. Yeah, I mean, it should be stuff that anybody can do from home, or if you're traveling a lot, right? That you can go do it in a hotel gym.
Yeah.
Different things like that. That's who it's meant to be for.
That is kind of cool that you created that part. You created the app. You created actually both apps, and it all runs the same. And you're getting a subscription for all those people you're helping.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be a great feeling. That
it is, like everything. And it's funny because people see, like, there are a lot of trainers locally, and people are like, oh, competition. And I'm like, man, we are all friends. Like, we all know each other. And I don't know if you know Matt Jasper. He owns 5G Fitness, but
sounds familiar.
We used to work together at Honor, and we were always the weirdos on our team that were like eating Brussels sprouts and chicken and, drinking a gallon of water a day. And now we both have left and become personal trainers and own our own businesses. But like, we'll send people to each other, right? If somebody wants something specific, like for kettlebells or something like that, like I'll send them to Luke at the Collective. Like it's a really good feeling. Our goal, and Matt and I say this to each other all the time, is we just want more people locally to be healthy. Like we want people just to live the best. So LVP stands for longevity, vitality, and performance. Longevity, I want you to live as long as possible. Vitality, live the best you can. Like, don't be like, oh, my bones hurt, right? Like, let's get you feeling better. Like, there's something we can do to fix that.
And stop aching there. Oh, man.
The performance piece is really like, a lot of the athletes that are training to do something very specific or coming in. And like, hey, baseball season's coming up. I gotta make sure I'm doing mobility stuff to get my shoulders in shape. But yeah, the goal really is like, and that's why the menopause coaching kind of falls under that. It's like, we just want everybody to feel the best and do everything they can.
You mentioned CrossFit, and how long did you do that? And
I think
for like 7-8 years. I'll still. And
how tough? I know it's tough. I've seen they have one on in
139. Yep, Fort Miami. I used to coach there.
And those guys are running around. And
yep.
I see them every time I pass it. How tough is that?
It's tough. So in CrossFit, like it's really how I got started coaching, right? And it's so great. You got to find a good place that you want to be, and it's all about the community.
Yeah.
And good coaches that know what they're doing, and like it is tough. You can make it as tough as you want it to be, or you can slack off, right? There's always that one person in the gym, you're all doing the same workout, and this guy's like, oh, what'd you get? Oh yeah, me too. And I'm like, did you? That's weird. But like you get out of it what you put into it, right? If you come home and tell me every day, like, oh, I ran 3 miles today at the gym, but you didn't really, you like scrolled on your phone for most of it.
Yeah.
It'll just show up in the end. So, but you can make it as tough or as hard or as easy as you want it to be. But it's about doing something different every day. And a lot of people, I think, like Greg Glassman was a genius when he created it. They wanted that community piece, and they wanted to just be told what to do when they went to the gym. And that's what you get. You walk in, you got 5 minutes to put on your shoes. They tell you exactly what to do, and they time you. They tell you when to go. They tell you when to stop, and your whole thing's planned out for you. Then you go.
I've seen a lot of CrossFit competitions on TV, and some of the stuff they do on there, and that I was like, man, that's pretty tough.
It's
for the average person, put it that way.
I mean, you can say that. So typically CrossFit competitions, you're broken up by age group and then by ability. So they'll have like a RX, right? As prescribed, the hardest, but then they'll have a scaled version too. So if you don't have pull-ups, you do ring rows or something like that. I've done a bunch of CrossFit competitions. You can do them in teams too, which is nice.
Yeah.
Like, again, it's like the camaraderie of it is really great. You're not just in the gym with some headphones on working out all by yourself. I also busted my ankle during
Did you really?
The competitiveness. That was really horrible. This is a great story you'll appreciate about my husband, because he was judging. So they have judges during competitions that help you count reps and stuff like that and make sure it's a good rep. I was carrying heavy dumbbells going over a box, and I looked over and the person was a little bit ahead of me, and I stepped down and my ankle, like it and there, of course, it's not like, oh, when we're working out one day, it's like 100 people there watching and everybody's like, and it was pretty horrible. My husband, bless his heart, he's like, my job is to judge. And if somebody's like, your wife, and he's like, yeah, she's good. And he like kept judging the lane that he was in. He's like, she's a big girl, she can take care of herself.
Oh, well, yeah, he's judging and he can't stop.
He did have to take me to the ER later. So,
there's that. Because we still have to do our competition. I didn't forget about it at the Woods in for Mike's CrossFit outdoors.
Yeah, it's like a Tough Mudder, like obstacle course.
Yeah, obstacle course. So we have a competition between one another, and I figured we won't do it in October, but we have a competition for the mile race in there. Who's going to be dominant and going to win that? And of course, it's going to be me. And so
we got to fix those bones.
Yeah, those bones will be ready by that time.
So I figured we'll do it when it gets a little bit nicer out, but because we were going to do it in October, we didn't do it in October because he had a lot of other stuff, competitions with dogs and everything else coming in.
Oh, yeah.
So, but we're doing something like that. Have you ever want to do something like that yourself?
Yeah, I've done.
Or take a class or show people they could use other stuff that's out there?
So I have done Spartan races. We actually, as a family, so it's probably, the kids were probably like 9 and 7. We went down to Kentucky to a military base and did a military sprint Spartan race with the kids down there. I've done Tough Mudders.
Those are fun.
It was called the Alpha race, and it was that, except for you had to do it in the dark. So Sean and I had headlamps on, and you're going through, that might have been a 5K, but all these obstacles, including climbing ropes, all of this in the dark. And I placed second in my age group, which really meant I had to come back the next morning and do it in the day. So I had to come back and run it again in the daytime, but they did it at this sled hill, like outdoor place in Midland. And they ended it where they turn the sled hill into this big mud slide, and you come down and you're in a mud pit, and then you have to run to the finish line. And so I'm running, and I waited for Sean. I'm like, "Oh, we're so cute. We're still dating. We'll go down this hill together." So we like held hands down the hill.
You were ahead of him?
Yeah, it was. And
I just caught that. Wait a minute. I had to wait for him.
And we held hands down the hill, like sliding, like, and I stand up, and he shoves me down in the mud and takes off winning and beats me by like 10 seconds.
Very competitive. No,
so that's the last one we did in the dark together.
Oh man, I wasn't shocked at all. Was not shocked at all.
No, but I can see her just waiting. Oh,
no, I was not shocked at all.
And all of a sudden, but the funny thing is that I waited for him. We went down the hill together, and all of a sudden,
something the whole time.
Well, because then he's like, "Oh, I won. I beat her." I was like, "I waited for you, and then you pushed me down in the mud."
If you ain't first, you last.
And then you called me old. And then I still married you.
That's funny. Oh. You guys have a good chemistry together. That's funny.
It's okay. He's just an assistant.
Maybe he'd get promoted if he could keep up and he played nice.
Keep up. So actually, I was going to go with one of my questions with your fitness thing. Do you use your stuff that you learned from the military?
Some of it. I mean, I actually was on the powerlifting team in high school, and I'm pretty sure that's
a powerlifting team in your high school.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure like
they weren't the Doughboys.
They call them the Chargers for nothing.
There's actually one at St. Joe too, and I think they're club teams. Yeah. So I don't think they're official.
Yeah.
But I think they just needed a girl. But I started like weightlifting, and then obviously when I went in the Marines, like that's like a way of life. Like you're in fit. Like when I went to boot camp, really the physical piece wasn't
that hard for you.
Wasn't bad because I'd been running and lifting and doing a bunch of stuff. Yeah, it's pretty active. And so just kind of like stay in that. I think a lot of it is like mindset when it comes to probably what comes from the time in the service to carrying over. It's like, I really don't want to do this today, but I'm going to do it anyway.
So do you yell like a drill sergeant and like you're in the Marines, like they're just yelling at you constantly?
I don't. So one of my drill instructors reminded me of my mom every time she got mad. And so I think whenever I think about like drill instructor, like, or somebody like yelling, it's not motivating. It's like my mom. Oh, we're gonna do this, you know. So I'm not like that kind of coach. I will like rag on you more. You'll be like, oh, this is a lot of weight. And I'm like, is it? I think you could do some more, or I won't even say anything and I'll just like put some 5s on for you, right? And I mean, like, it's all about enjoying themselves. Nobody wants to get yelled at. It's safety first. You're being healthy. You're showing up. You're being there. If you tell me you want to work, though, we're going to work.
Be prepared.
And, like, you be sweating, Joe.
I actually, when I do something physical, I put up pretty much 110% every time I do something sports-wise or anything like that. My face is probably beet red and look like people think I'm about to pass out or dying, but I'm just, my blood cells are closer to my skin. My doctor always told me it's not rosacea. It just, my face just turns beet red. Like the whole entire face turns beet red. And so every time I did play something, I put out 110% where I'm drenched and everything else. And that's what a shower's for. But yeah. I would put it.
I mean, 10%. You know, the people that come in and they're like, I just need some accountability. I just want somebody to tell me what to do and watch me move. Or, you know, those people, right, who are like, I am training for something. I need to meet this goal. And they're going to be like, why the F did I show up today? But then they're going to go home. Why did I show up today? Right? Because it's hard. Well, you know.
Typical mom. Why the F? Why the F are you doing this?
I'm trying to be nice.
Turn around and doubt themselves when things get tough.
But why doubt themselves though? Why doubt?
Well, that's some people do it. I mean,
that's why a lot of people, like, really when they're trying to push themselves, don't want to necessarily do it in an open gym. Like, you fail in front of like 20 strangers. Some people really hate that, and it's enough to make them walk out of there and be done. You know, where if you're failing with one coach, it's like, it's all right. Let's just do this differently. Like, that can get through. I see a lot of personal training clients that'll come for a time period until they're like, oh, okay, I feel really good about the movements. I feel really good about how to progress through this and what weights I should be doing. And they go on their own for a little bit. Some of them, they're like, ooh, Christmas was a lot of fun. And they like come back for a little bit, right? Just to help get in shape and follow a program and then go back. But it's like cyclical for everybody. Then there are those that are like, listen, I'm not doing it unless I am right here and you're telling me what to do. So they'll stay with you for a long time.
Yeah. Could you use some of this?
I probably could. I mean, once I start working out, I put my mind to it. I'll do whatever. It doesn't matter.
It's fun. I mean, in the summertime, I walk probably 6 miles a day with the dogs. Just is like so nice outside. I'll take phone calls while I'm walking.
Yeah.
Just to be moving. So I probably do more of that in the summertime than I do in the wintertime.
Once my body gets used to working out, I actually push myself a little harder every time. Well, you can do 10 more
or
whatever.
Good.
You know what I mean?
That's progressive overload. That's exactly how you build.
That's exactly the way I look at it. I mean, if I want to be a certain type of build or whatever, and I push myself to the limit, I can do more at the end once I get used to it.
And I think, like, especially when you get people who are kind of newer to working out or haven't since they were in high school, or, you know, it's been a while, or maybe they've just been like marathon runners. And so they haven't been lifting weights in the gym. There's a lot of like knowledge and conversation that happens during personal training to like, this is why you need to do this, or like, you can't be coming in here not eating anything all day. You're going to fail everything because your body doesn't have any fuel in it. So there's a lot of like nutrition and talking through, oh, I'm so sore. And I'm like, yep, this is why, but that's good. You know, and talking through like we're breaking those muscles apart, and then I'm going to send you home to eat a bunch of protein.
I think that's where my weakness was. I wasn't doing the protein part right. And I noticed that it wasn't changing the way I wanted it to. But I could see the difference, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's and you're gonna hit, if you're not eating enough to like repair your muscles, you're gonna hit a point where you're just kind of in that lull. And a lot of people, I'll give them, like, if you really have a goal to hit something or break through a barrier, like we'll go down to even doing a nutrient timing schedule. Like, you're eating this 30 minutes before you work out.
Right.
You're eating this 30 minutes after you work out. You're doing cardio in the morning in a fasted state, right? To get you through and to be able to hit your goals. I do a lot of that, like bodybuilding people, especially. They do a lot of fasted steady state cardio, and then they'll go into feeding and around the weightlifting.
I know I did the workout P90X.
Oh yeah, it's coming back.
Yeah,
he's back.
I still have the old videos for that and the old workout sheets and all the whole 9 yards. When I did that, I think I was in some of the best shape I've ever been in my life.
You've never hated plyometrics as much as when you did P90X.
Yes.
I'm like, you want me to do what with my legs?
Exactly.
Over this chair?
Like, wait, I'm not that flexible. Wait a minute. It's insane.
You're like, why did the yoga hurt?
Yeah.
The yoga.
But once my body got used to it,
yeah,
I looked forward to doing it. I enjoyed it.
You're gonna go back to it?
I think so. I still have the stuff.
They are like relaunching P90X. Like, it's a whole thing. They're bringing it back.
Yeah, it was hard at first. The first month it was the torture right there. But once the second month hit and you change it up, it was like, okay, this is something different. I could do this.
And that's going through, like, I'll do cycles with people, right? When we go through our programming. So depending on where you pick up, like, you're going to be like, oh, what are we doing? Well, we're building up for a purpose. And the next cycle, we're going to work on something a little bit different and change it up.
I didn't know my body could do some of the things that it did once I started. And yoga, I never got into yoga.
Oh, yoga's awesome.
Yeah. And my body wasn't flexible. I wasn't flexible at all. I mean, just doing different things. Like, you can sit in the Indian style. I couldn't do that before I started that.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't flexible at all.
Dude, I sit in style on a bar stool.
I know. Like,
you're probably like, my husband is like over flexible. It's so irritating.
I'm not over flexible. I still have my bad knees and stuff like that. But yeah,
I just couldn't do the Indian. But after like the first 3 months of it, I could do it anytime I wanted to. So it was something that I was enjoying immensely. But like I said, the food part didn't get that right. I think going into it now, if I started it again, I would do it totally different.
Well, and when you really like dive into it, like, there's different things like supplementation, things like that. Like, we live right now, there's no sun. We're all deficient in vitamin D right now in Michigan. And it's also, we live in an area where food disappears, right? Local food disappears in the wintertime. So your diet needs to adjust and make sure that you're still getting all the supplements and stuff that you need, and then making sure you're fighting inflammation so you can sit away and not be sore. I do saunas and ice baths, and I know, like,
that's something I probably need to look into.
My girlfriend's like, I'm closing the pool. It's 65 degrees outside. And I'm like, I'm sitting in my ice bath. It's 45. But I noticed that inflammation went right down. And when I get out of an ice bath in the morning, I'm like, go gadget. I do so much work. I get so much done in like the 2 hours after I get out of the ice bath.
That's amazing.
Very productive. Huh. You guys could do that after you go to the woods.
No. My happy ass probably going to a bar. Dying of thirst, because that's gonna kill us. With your pretty much your fitness, your photography, you said you were looking for a place that could do both. Which one do you like doing better?
That's like a loaded question, right? So it's kind of like asking you which kid you like better.
I would ask that, but I don't want you to pick.
The photography studio is the firstborn, right? So they always hold a special place in your heart. Yeah. But that second one kind of probably reminds you more of yourself, and you enjoy it. I love them for different reasons. When I have people that look at their photos and they're like, oh my gosh, this is the best day. This helps me remember this. Or seniors who don't have like maybe a very high self-esteem and then they get pictures back and they just love them all. Or like guy seniors and they're like, I'm just here for my mom, right? Like that they're always like, I don't need senior pictures, I'm just here for my mom. And then they're like posting them on all their socials and I'm like, you like them.
This makes my eyes look great.
Yeah. The girls are gonna like this one.
Yeah.
But then like empowering people on the fitness side, like you can go and you can do this on your own, or like making them healthier, or like with the menopause coaching, like you're not alone. There's nothing wrong with you. Like you can be great and you can be happy. You don't have to like live with your frozen shoulder and, you know, not having like not liking the sound of your husband chewing. That's a thing when you go through menopause. Like get irritable,
Seriously?
but yeah.
Little things bug you.
Yeah. So like
I see a lot of that with coworkers.
I'm telling you.
I'm serious. They complain about their significant others and
we need to have lunch. Well, I mean, let's not. You can't just blame that on menopause.
Okay,
I think that's always thing. Right, they're like, man, you are calling us out on this podcast today.
Well, I'm not saying.
It's okay. Names. We all do.
I'm not saying any names.
I can start saying names.
But yeah, I mean, like honestly, like it's not something that doesn't happen to you.
It's way of life.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Some people hide it. Some people maybe don't hide it as much. Some of us have much better filters than other people.
Or some people don't even get half the symptoms.
Yeah. Like that's the thing. You're not going to get all of them. You can go through and never have one hot flash.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My ex-girlfriend was like that. Jamie, she never had hot flashes at all.
I know women that are in their 50s that have had no symptoms at all.
Yeah, she didn't have one single symptom.
That's different.
Yeah.
I never even thought that.
It's like being asymptomatic, where you don't get any symptoms for a cold or anything like that, but you still get it, but you don't show any symptoms. They're still going through menopause, but they're never going to show any symptoms.
You just think like your body regulates things differently, right? Like no case is the same, and that's kind of like the point of having this as like a roundtable that we're doing on April. Is like something that works for me might not work for you.
Right.
But guess what? If I bring this cream and it saves your life and you have no more hot flashes, like
actually
let's do it.
I know a lady that does her own Donna K.
Yeah.
Does her own oils, lotions, and everything else. And she does stuff for other symptoms and stuff like that. And she might have a cream out there that will help other people out there.
Yeah, there's a very specific, it's a yam cream.
Yeah.
It's called, that you just rub it on your wrists.
Yeah.
And you rub it on your abdomen and it helps alleviate hot flashes. But the thing is when you're scared to talk about it, nobody knows.
Exactly.
So being like, and my husband at one point he was like, we're getting a little witch doctor-y here, as I was like boiling rosemary and cloves and mixing it with some jojoba oil.
Don't pluck one of his hairs from his head. Yeah,
he doesn't have any. We're good. We're good.
I need one of these right here.
But he's like, what are we making today? Yeah. And I'm like spritzing it in my hair to make my hair stop falling out.
It's out there. I mean, stuff like that. But with your retreat, I just thought of, it's actually probably people already thought of this, but with your retreat, those people are helping the other people. Those people are hearing those stories and yes, I'm going through the same thing. And then they're talking and they're getting together and they're helping each other. So it's awesome that you're doing something like that. So other people are out there knowing they have the same symptoms. They're not by themselves and they can help each other and exchange numbers, exchange everything and help one another.
Well, and there are a lot of things that aren't like, everybody knows a hot flash, right? But there are a lot of things that people don't know are affiliated with menopause. And then just giving them a safe space to talk about it. Like, we have a pelvic floor therapist coming, being awesome, in CrossFit. Like a big joke is always like, women are jump roping and peeing their pants. Like, oh, I got to go put a pad on because when I jump after having kids, like I pee my pants. That shouldn't be happening.
Right.
Yeah, sneezing, all these things.
Coughing.
That shouldn't be happening. That's not a normal thing. You can deal with it. There are remedies for that so that you don't have to think about that you can just be enjoying life and not worrying about sneezing. And so I think bringing Amy in to be there to help guide them through it, is a great, we're not going to tell you, here's 20 resources you should call. We're trying to bring them to one place so you can leave there feeling better.
So about your kids, though, are they going down your line of trade and what they see out of you? Or are they favoring the father more on what he does for a living? Or are they following you on your path of being an entrepreneur, doing other things and being themselves?
So I would say yes.
For which one?
To all of it, I think I see a pretty good equilibrium in between which one they're following. I went into the Marine Corps. I didn't go to college directly after. I waited. I was like the old lady on campus. I was pregnant twice in college.
Yeah.
So I was waddling around, old ladies oh, honey, what'd you do? All the judgment. So
I had fun.
They're we want to go into a trade. They both love doing trades. I have one that's CTE electrical right now at Lakeshore, and he's been loving it.
I'm sorry, Lakeshore.
Well, he actually goes to St. Joe, but first and second hour are at Lakeshore.
Good kid. Look at that.
Because a lot of their CTE classes crossover. And then the other one, right now, he's determined he wants to do plumbing because somebody told him that makes the most money out of any trade.
That makes sense.
But that's his motivation behind it. But they're both in a spot where they're let's start the trade, let's do it. And then if we could go to school so that we own our own business down the road, I can definitely see that happening.
That's a smart way to do it.
What is he? He's 15. He is fixing everybody's lawnmower last summer.
Really?
Yeah. So he's already got his
engines
and entrepreneurial spirit going.
That's a trade everybody can actually use. You know what I mean? Down the line, that's plumbing, fixing, being an electrician, or everyone needs that.
Yeah, I mean, we bought an old mid-century modern house and we stripped it down to the studs. My poor husband, he did not know what he was getting into. He was not the handy person. They just didn't do that growing up. His mom was a stay-at-home mom and a teacher, and his dad traveled for work a lot. I, on the other hand, me and my grandpa, right? He worked for Eaton. He had a little shop, every tool known to man, and he'd show up at my house and be like, we're going to put up a wall in your laundry room today. And so we put up a wall in the laundry room. So I knew how to do that.
So are you chopping one off for your husband where you said, hey, we need to build this wall. Come on, get your little tool belt on. We're going to put up this wall.
No, he just gets real mad when he comes home. And I'm like, I might have torn up the whole hallway, but I found hardwood. So now we get to finish it.
Oh no, another project.
Or he came over one time before we moved. He already lived here, but before I moved over, I was redoing some stuff around my house. And he comes in and he's like, why is the toilet in the bedroom? And I'm like, because I'm redoing the bathroom, man. I had to do it. And he's like, why are you redoing it at 11 o'clock at night? I'm like, I started. Gotta finish it.
Yeah. Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
You just don't stop until it's done?
I mean,
to a point where you have to,
but I mean, I will say, as I've aged, I have much more respect for my bedtime.
Nothing wrong with taking naps.
That's why I was like, you want to start at 7 tonight so I can be tucked in by 9:30?
There you go.
I
understand that.
I thought it was because of your kids.
No.
Oh no, they're at their dance this week.
Yeah.
You never asked why.
Gotcha. I just figured.
Yeah.
I just was like, hey, can we do 7? You're like, yeah.
Oh yeah, because I thought it was something with your kids, or work?
No, she needs to go to bed at a certain time.
I should just ask that next time someone asks
You
me that
should.
question.
I mean, what would you say if I was like, oh, I go to bed at 9:30?
He would say yes.
I would say no. We're doing it at 10 then. You got to go later.
No, he would have said yes.
Why? We make everybody else come in.
He would have said yes.
Oh, it'd be like gibberish nonsense at a certain point. Like that's when my kids ask me for everything they want. It's like after 9 p.m.
Smart.
Because
they're like, don't you remember last night when you told me I could do this? And I was like, I've already had my sleepy time tea. I don't remember anything.
I used to remember making that for Max work.
Here's your tea.
Yeah, sleepy time tea. Here you go. I always made it for her.
Take that and some melatonin, and
yeah,
my husband carries me to bed.
Yeah, time to go to bed. Patronizing me.
Just drops you. Remember when I pushed you? Now you feel that. So, with everything that you've done, is there anything that you would love to keep doing, or would like to do, or your next adventure?
So, I haven't got the sign off.
Is there one?
I haven't got the sign off on this yet. Sean, my husband, he refs football and wrestling. And so, and our kids are freshman and junior right now. And there's a period where you have to do like 5 years in high school before you can do college, right? And then before you can go up to like professional sports. And so my plan that I haven't got him to sign off on yet is that he will travel, right, to colleges and ref, and we're going to have a van that we live in. We're going to rent the house back to our kids. And then we're going to go in this van, because you could then you go during the season. You're not gone all the time. You can come back home.
In the same time space.
You do football, you get a break at home, and then you go into wrestling season, right? Yeah. And then I'm going to like either take photos at the games and like get a sports photo pass, or I want to go do like photography at national parks. So we'll also then like travel around. And they do, like, there are companies that do tours. Like, I'll take you on a hiking tour in Yosemite, and they'll do them for photographers, and you can take landscape pictures.
Oh, that'd be cool as hell.
Yeah, so doing something like that. So you're, like, teaching them how to do photography and
What's he do for a living?
He's a financial analyst.
Can you travel for that?
Yeah, he works remote. I'm telling you, I got it figured out. I was like,
that's what I was trying to figure. What is he?
I was like 2 steps from buying a van, and he was like, whoa. We've got 2 kids we need to buy cars for.
You mean RV? Could you just travel in an RV?
Oh no, I was buying a box van.
Yeah.
And I'm going to build it out myself, right? Because you gotta have a bathroom.
Yeah,
all of that.
You can do that nowadays.
Yeah,
I think about
these vans are kind of nice, actually.
About the time that the book actually got delivered to my house, and it was like, how to build your own RV van. He was like,
you bought a book for this?
Oh yeah, she's on it, man.
I'm telling you, I will do the research, and I will figure out. He's gonna wake up one morning. There's gonna be a van in the driveway.
Parts everywhere. Why is there a toilet in the yard?
Or at 11 o'clock at night.
He knows now. He just goes to bed. Like, nope.
He took his melatonin and sleepy time medicine too.
Oh, he wakes up at like 4 a.m. He falls. He's the like, are you watching this show? Yeah, I'm not sleeping. I'm like,
yeah, you're sleeping.
Wow, you really.
Yeah, she's got. Wow. She has it figured out.
I just think I can.
What about the kids though?
They'll be graduated.
Oh, so you're doing this all after graduation?
Right. You gotta give me time to build my van.
See, I thought you were doing this while they're in school.
No.
Summertime.
No, they're a freshman and junior right now, and I need to rent the house back to them.
I'm picking up. Lori. Okay, that's why I'm thinking rent the house to what? Huh?
No, they're like they're really good kids, but I'm not gonna just leave.
It's a long-term
goal. No, I thought they're gonna go with you on all these.
Oh God, I don't even like them in the car with me.
That's why I said, why don't you get? That's why I was trying to figure out. Why don't you just get an RV? That's why I said the RV. He said, no, I'm getting a van. And I went, how many people?
I'd buy a tray, like a U-Haul, and put them in the back of it. Probably get arrested somewhere for having my kids in the U-Haul.
Wow, you really thought about all that. That's very kind of cool, actually. I love when those people that do travel, that do take pictures, or they're a big food or YouTube or even any type of blogger out there, and they travel from up north down to here, across the lake to Chicago, and go back up, and they make the whole circle around Lake Michigan. There are people out there that do that. I give them more credit than anything because that's their job. That's what they're doing, taking pictures and doing everything, but they're doing other stuff for that. I think that's kind of cool. It's like us going on the road for our podcast.
Yeah, but you could travel to these celebrities.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that is kind of cool, but it's.
We had the boys did, so they had a goal of reaching all 50 states before they graduated. And COVID really just like put a big kink in that for us. We were supposed to go out to do like Four Corners and all the states out there and do a bunch of hiking and stuff, but they shut down all the national parks.
Yeah.
So, but they've been, I think, to 28 states.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we like to travel with them and do stuff like that. For our honeymoon, because we had the boys when we were married, we actually went out through the Badlands and went camping in the Badlands, all the way to Devil's Tower. And then, well, first, my husband likes to remind me that I made a reservation in the wrong Dakota.
I was going to say, isn't that in
So
Dakotas?
I got in trouble for that. And then I didn't realize on our way back as we were hitting some of the towns that it was Sturgis Bike Week.
Oh,
I bet
that was cool though.
The kids must have loved
so
that.
I had like
how old were the kids?
Well, so it was 8 years ago.
Awesome.
They were like 8.
Oh, these chicks would love
yes,
that.
That's what
so
I was
it
thinking.
hadn't started yet. Like all the bikes were there, but it wasn't full blown. But my, youngest was like, "Sweet bike, dude." The guy's like, "Do you know where you're at?" I'm like, "Yes, we're just eating lunch. We're going on." I didn't put two and two together.
Do you know where you're at?
Well, we were like the only vehicle with 4 wheels.
Yeah,
when we stopped in Deadwood, it was like all these bikers.
Yeah.
All these big heavy bikers. You know where you're at right now.
And us with like our kids. Family vacation.
Hey, actually, my parents were nothing like that. My parents took me on vacation all the time too. That's one of my goals. My lifetime goal is to hit all 50 states. I'm only missing one that I have to cross into Alaska. I want to go to Alaska, so I have to go through Canada and everything else to get to that. But or just fly. But I'd rather travel and drive.
You can do like they have the boats and cruises that leave out of Washington.
Yeah,
I thought about taking the Alaskan cruise line. That's on
those look really.
That's on my bucket list too. But I like now, since I am getting old, like my daughter tells me, I like more scenery type stuff that I never appreciated when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like when I always make fun of people here when they're looking at the sunset, like I said, but then they take pictures of the lighthouse or they do stuff like that, take pictures of everything else. I'm out, like I was in Reno for a bowling tournament, but we walked around to the next brewery, but we were walking and all of a sudden I stopped and I saw this mountain that's snow capped and everything else. I said, "Oh, that is fucking awesome." I make fun of people like this. Click.
Now you're the tourist.
Yeah.
I didn't take a selfie, but I just took a picture of it, of that mountain. Click. And then I said, "Oh, look at this portrait right here." Click. Oh my God, I need to stop. But stuff like that. That's why I want to go back down to Louisiana and go to Baton Rouge and see all that stuff down there. When I was down there when I was in my 20s, I went to Mardi Gras and everything else. I'm thinking, yeah, I went down for this and partied like rock stars and everything else. But now I want to go down there to the cemeteries and see everything else and listen to the good music and try the food more.
Go on a boat ride.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I appreciate what I neglected back then. So I understand what you're saying.
There's cool things and cultures to see everywhere. And if you're just traveling like into the big cities and stuff, you miss a lot of it. Or like if people are just flying to one destination, we do like to drive. We randomly, when we were going out west, found like Laura Ingalls Wilder's farm, Little House on the Prairie. Yeah, my kids were like driving horse carts and stuff like that. We had no idea it was there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's
stuff like that. Ended up the biggest ball of yarn, and
the Corn Palace.
I really want to see that kind of stuff. I hate to say it, like Paul
that's
Bunyan.
what road trips are made for. I mean, just see stuff that you haven't seen before, or run across something that you never thought you would run across. That is the beauty of it.
Or the petrified forest.
Oh yeah,
and stuff like that.
The redwood forest.
Yeah, stuff like that. Even
tall trees.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
That'd be kind of cool to see and say I did it. But
yeah, I think we're getting to that age where it's a bucket list now to just go on these adventures and see things that we never, well, like you said, didn't appreciate when you were younger.
I didn't appreciate it when I was younger. When I was with my parents and they said, "Look at this."
How long is it going to take to get to where we're going?
Or this is the Grand Canyon. Oh, it's just a hole in the wall, a hole in the earth. Who cares?
Yeah,
I still don't care actually, but I would just say it like that. But who cared back then?
I feel like that's also like any kids growing up in Michigan.
It's Hoover Dam.
Everybody's like, "Oh, we just want to." You know, this is no place special, whatever. We just want to get out of here, go see the world. The number of people that come back to Michigan that have left just because like it's so beautiful.
It is.
It is. It's a lot of things that
you can get so many things all in.
A lot of historical things that you haven't seen before. So many lighthouses in the state that we never even knew about.
Some of them you can't go to though. That's the only downfall.
Yeah, that's cool, but you know they're there.
But my husband's friend from high school, he's a lighthouse keeper.
See, I always
got to go in and tour the lighthouse. So like just knowing people.
Well, this one here you can tour.
I mean, he lived in it.
See,
that's it was a big lighthouse.
That's the cool thing. There is one up in the Upper Peninsula or close to it where you could actually Airbnb it.
Oh, yeah, really? You couldn't do that. Yeah. He's in was in Whitehall.
Oh,
the one there, like the lighthouse keeper stays in
that town before.
I have to.
I was on a blind date.
Oh, well, not with him. I don't think.
I actually, the reason I was in that town because I dated someone in Montague, right next door to it.
Yeah,
yeah, it was just dating all over the state.
I was just blind and
yeah, that's a long drive for a blind date.
Yeah, it was a long drive. Like, how far is this place? Past Muskegon?
Yeah, it's about 2 hours away, 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
It's close to Big Rapids for me though. But
she must have had a really good profile picture.
No, it was a catfish.
Oh no!
So like, no, you didn't look like this. You took that picture like this.
Long drive and a catfish.
Yeah, catfish.
No, you got catfish?
Yeah, I got catfish.
Oh,
that's okay though. I still have fun.
You still talk to her?
Yeah. No, not today. No.
Oh.
But we had a good time.
You ready for final
last call is what we call it. What we're going to do is let you give shout outs for any upcoming events, family, friends, work circles, or people that have been in your group to send out shout outs or whatever case may be. Or even better, give out some of your platforms that you can be located on, your website or whatever, your apps and things of that nature.
Yeah. The app is inside the App Store. So LVP Fitness. You can just look it up in there. Websites are super, super easy. LVPfitness.com, CABBstudios.com, or Instagram, social media. It's out there. Right now, I think I've taken on a lot of seniors. I think they're realizing like, oh, the other class is graduating. Yep. It's time to schedule senior pictures. So if you're wanting to have that sunset or summer photo, like get on the calendar because they book up super fast. What?
Prom's coming up too.
Prom is coming up. I have my own little guy to deal with. He'll tell me about an hour before that he's got to get a tux and has to take his girlfriend. But no, I think like a big thing too, just the menopause retreat that we're gonna do. Like I said, we're gonna have Amy from Elevated Health who will be there doing pelvic floor stuff and answering some people's questions about that. And then it's at Erie Commons, which is the old Blackbird Waterhouse. They're doing some pretty cool things in there. So everybody that's participating is doing it, at no pay, no cost just what it costs to put it on so that we can make more people healthier and feel good about themselves. So I think it's great to have so many local business owners that are willing to give back just to help people out. And then I feel like I really should give a shout out to my husband because I feel like we may have dogged on him.
He was waiting for that.
A couple times, you know, he was left home by himself tonight with the dog.
Yeah.
So staying out late past my bedtime. He's probably going to get a bunch of shit about pushing me down in the woods and
That's funny.
calling me his old girlfriend. He is turning 40 this year, though. So no longer married to a man in his 30s.
Oh, yeah.
My cradle robbing is getting a little less.
You're always going to be older than him, so you're still cradle robbing. It's not like time stops.
No, but he like doesn't have hair. He's got a lot more gray than I do. So appearances.
Yeah, it looks the opposite. Wait, hey, I got gray. You feeling some kind of way again? I am. 2 days like in a row.
I know.
Not the youngest in here.
I look like I'm 55.
Well, how old are you?
Oh my God, how old do you think I am?
I don't know. You keep saying you're the oldest one in here.
Take a guess. No, he's the oldest one, but take a guess.
45.
Oh, you're just being nice now. Actually, I'm 46, but thank you.
46. Yeah. I'll be 42.
Yeah. There you go. Joe?
Oh, do you want to go first?
No.
Damn. All right. For you, like I said when I announced you coming on the show, you're a lady with many. Yes, and I say lady because what your friend said, you're still a lady. So you're a lady with many hats. Coming from, to recap a little bit, you're a mom. Proud for that. You're doing that, especially at a young age. You're found out you were in the Marines. Kudos to that. Thank you. And you did all this before the age of 20 and 25 and everything else. On top of it, photographer. Fitness and wellness, food, everything out there with that, and going and being a menopause kind of counselor. In my eyes, I say it like that. I give you the most heartwarming everything out there because that what you're going through and everything else and living a life as a wife, your husband has the biggest patience in the world because you're a one busy ass lady. But you make it work. You inspire other people out there, showing them that you can do it. And for that, keep on going. And we'll love to have you back on and keep telling stories.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for coming on to the show today. It's been this learning about you is something that's been informative. The things that you do, some of the stuff I didn't even know about. The menopause instructing and women not being helped through this, and it's just recently started getting medication for it. That's it's alarming, but also it's good that people recognize it now. One of the things that I enjoyed the most is learning about the fitness part, because a lot of people we tend to neglect it in this country a lot, and the obesity problem is going through the roof. It's through the food, the things we do every day or don't do every day. You have come to the point where you want to help people, and the group of people that you're with want to help everyone too as well. It's a breath of fresh air. I appreciate that so much. Once again, we will have you back on the show, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I appreciate it so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Maybe next time we'll let Joe have a drink.
Yeah, Joe, he'll be drinking by that time.
Open up a little bit. You're so quiet.
Yeah. Joe, who's next? Who's on next week?
Next week on Monday, we have Luke Anderson, co-owner and operator of the Collective.
Oh, Luke.
And then on Wednesday, we will have Lakeside Design.
All right. Guys, if you're watching on all the platforms that we're on, please, like I said before, like, subscribe, and hit the any notification button so you can get all the content that we put out every Monday and Wednesday night, 8 p.m., right here on the Third Eye Truth Theorem podcast. Folks, thanks so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate it so much. We love you. And we'll see you next week at the same time. Well, 8 o'clock. She got us good on that one. She just wants to go to bed early.
I know. We're getting there. It's 9:07.
Yeah. You got to get her out of here. Guys, we'll see you next week. Thank you so much for joining us. We're out of here.